Alright, hello and welcome back to CO and XO Play. Hello, Timo.
Good morning, Oyster. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. What do you have for us today?
A lot of things really. Well, first of all, we have to find ourselves an area of operations to participate in, and then maybe we can ponder the bits of TR life a bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, let's go. So, while we're traveling, I think my topic for today is really all about, getting a bit deeper into the things. Of the politics of Araxis, let's call it that. Aren't both new conglomerate and the Vanu sovereignty actually rebels because we're the government and they both are fighting us. So is this true?
Well, technically speaking, yes. I think I'm not entirely sure because it's a difficult question to answer. That because rebels are defined by the fact that there's external governments being wagging their finger at them and saying, "Oh, you're bad." But this is pretty much there is the TR and there's nobody else. So are they the rebels? Are we the rebels? Aren't we all rebels? Really?
Are you saying we're rebels, Timo?
From a purely political point of view, that could be a defensible position.
I'm trying to ram this guy, but he moved in the last second.
Yeah,
Use your launcher, Timo. Oh, Timo, shoot the ground, man. Yeah, there you go.
I was trying to.
Yeah, shoot the max. That's a good idea. Alright, get ready to eject. Eject.
Fuck, I didn't eject. But to come back to your question.
Oh!
What happened?
The remains of, I think, our Valkyrie just killed me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, although the... lol. Maybe it was an enemy Valkyrie because it was credited to someone? I don't know. You were saying?
No,
Sorry.
it's probably a bug in the game, really.
God forbid, man.
To come back to your question is, I think the Vanu are more like rebels, and the new conglomerate are more like terrorists, really. Even though one man's terrorist is another man's rebel. If you want to keep that question simple, I think it would answer it perfectly that way.
Isn't it the upside, other way around? Because new conglomerate are like the freedom fighters, so basically rebels, while the Vanu sovereignty are basically religious fanatics who deal with experimented technology.
Yes, and at the same time, the new conglomerate is known for, at least according to lore, they're using child soldiers. They are using, they're freedom fighters.
Really? Where did you hear that?
It's like one of those, in one of those pieces, a TR soldier is being very descriptive of what's going down on their axis, and he calls the new conglomerate horrible because they use child soldiers. Anyway, but there's also other reasons to call them terrorists. I mean, they're attacking the state and they're causing distrust amongst civilians. Isn't that enough reason to be a terrorist?
Come on, Timo, quickly!
I cannot
quickly.
see you! I'm
oh
charging down the
no,
hill,
bye!
sure. Oh, shit.
I left with the chopper, sorry. I'm off to Vietnam. Wish me luck.
Good luck, especially because you're in a Valkyrie that is marked as a target.
Yeah, it basically has a big target mark on it.
Yeah. And that's like the worst kind of Valkyrie you can be in.
And there it goes down. Luckily I jumped out. Now I'm stuck here in Vietnam. Sorry.
Like organic Vietnam.
Organic Vietnam. Okay.
Large-scale aquarium beautifiers. That's what these things are called.
Yeah, the TR are charging here. You can just slowly walk
Yeah, but
down.
it's kind of casual charging.
Yeah, it is casual charging. This is maybe another thing, right? Is there such a thing as casual charging? Because we've been like fighting, 24/7 for a long time now. So, it's just the start of the morning. Everybody just casually charging. It's not like the intense charging of the evening.
Well, everybody, you know, they
Morning
just woke
charging,
up.
everybody moving
They had their
slowly.
morning coffee at the barracks. They asked their CEO, okay, what we're doing today, and then you know the CEO was still sleepy because he couldn't sleep because he was dreaming and having nightmares of the Vanu.
Oh,
He
that's
said,
wonderful.
okay, just go here, soldiers, and just keep doing that for a couple of hours, and the people, you know, they go there. Nobody's really into it right now. Everybody's still grumpy because it's morning, and so we're charging casually. It's a very polite way of warfare, I think.
Oh no.
How
Ooh,
many rage tells have you been had?
sorry?
How many rage tells did you have had in this game?
You mean like people raging at me because I killed them?
Yeah.
Not sure. I had a couple. I don't think I had that many. I'm not, you know.
No, but it's very common. Fuck off. Very common phenomenon.
Yeah, well, I had some rage tales. Some of them involved criticizing what I was using at the moment. I think that's mostly what they concentrate
Yeah.
on. You kill somebody with something, and then for some reason they have critique on you using a weapon in a game, or, you know, I don't know. I think one of the funniest, like, recent ones was about me using a max in a small fight. Apparently that's not allowed anymore. I don't know. So, we had we had an incident in the regiment lately. I don't know if you heard of it. Insurance thing, really, just bringing this up among the officers. We had a high-ranking officer, not mentioning any names, crashing a full transport vehicle and killing all the soldiers inside. Now, I know you have some experience with that. So how would you advise him to defend himself against the, you know, military court?
Is he? Uh, how recently did this happen?
Well, fairly recently, a couple of days ago.
Well, it wasn't me, right?
No, it wasn't you. I was not asking you if it was
I
you.
wasn't sure if I had crashed the galaxy recently.
We have a Sunder right there. Cloaked one.
I would say that you know, if you crash a galaxy full of people, then that's bad, and you should use that as experience to become better at the game and to
No, but how can he defend himself in a situation like that? I'm asking for your experience because you've done this before, right?
Well, I would just throw out the ball like I'm a very glorious person, and you guys died the most beautiful death possible, and you should be happy about it. And it's not like you died really. I mean, you can just spawn the galaxy from thin air, and your corpses are reanimated kilometers away from your death point. So, really, who are you to make a sad face?
Who are you to make a sad face? So, since our line of the inquiry led us to this, so I'm going to just ask it. Since we're basically just having a civil war here because factions are pretty equal, they've been fighting for a while now. We're not really functioning as government anymore. So aren't we all rebels, really?
Aren't we all rebels? It kind of plays into the identity crisis that everybody must be having. I mean, you have the term Republic. I mean, it has Republic in its name, which identifies it as possibly democratic or possibly governmental, and it is neither. There's the new conglomerate who style themselves as freedom fighters, but hoop-de-doo, they're financed by corporations, and even, you know, their announcer goes all like, the suits will be impressed when you take over a base. And then there's the Vanu, who pretend that they're the scientists and the intelligentsia of Araxis, but in the end they're nothing more than religious nitwits, and you can't be both. So really, isn't everybody having the most severe identity crisis ever?
Maybe, yeah.
So, I guess it would be a position you could defend from several sides, but I'm gonna stay with the fact that if you think too much about it, you'll end up questioning existence a lot. Who am I?
Yeah, well, who am I loyal to? Who am I really? Is my faction not just another? Well,
Would you be allowed to marry a Dano girl of 40 years?
lol. And will it end the war if you do?
This could be the plot of a movie, like
American movie, yeah.
A planet, an American planet-side movie. This would be the plot. This young, stubborn TR soldier falling in love with a Vanu, with a Vanu infiltrator, and then it will become a love triangle because a new conglomerate will get involved as well.
Love triangle, of course, it has to be. You have
has
three
to be a
fucking
love
factions.
And it will end. You already know what it will end like. It will end with them standing on some kind of ridgeline while the camera pans out, and you see, New Conglomerate and Turn Republic and Vanu hugging each other at the end. So, just getting out of their vehicles, going like, okay, the war's over.
These fucking snipers everywhere, oh my god.
I know. Don't make sad faces.
I have been making a lot of sad faces.
I'm getting raped pretty bad.
So, what kind of American movies can you make in your axis?
Well, I could make a Western one in there, I think.
Norfindar Western.
There's like isn't that good movie called The Good, the Bad, and the Beautiful or something? Isn't it like a Western?
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Lol.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Well, I'm fairly certain New Conglomerate will be the Ugly.
Really? Ugly? Why is that?
Because they're ugly.
Well,
They're rebel faces.
really? I mean, I didn't see much difference with the ones that had helmets off.
Well, no, their armor is very unfabulous.
So many lock-on noobs, lol. So many lel pod noobs, lol.
Lelpod.
Oh, and shotgun noobs. Chat is wise as ever.
We'll never have love for each other. Jesus Christ, this guy threw a grenade in my face.
I think somebody in Reddit lately questioned the loyalty, the faction loyalty, which kind of relates to this, and what you just said, we'll never get along. What do you think about that? I mean, why do we have faction loyalty in Planet Side, really?
Because you give people a color, and then they go like, oh my god, your color is ugly.
Oh yes, my color is good.
My color is better than your color. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I guess.
And because I actually joined the Terran Republic because I read up on its background. And in all this, you would immediately identify the utmost crisis.
Well, apparently we're charging the crown.
I know, over the ridgeline. So
Look, this is amazing.
Gloriously. Forward, brethren!
I can heal you.
Sad face, I died.
Well, I avenged you and died from the tower sniper. The tower resident sniper. Do you think every tower has a resident sniper? Like, on,
Like,
on payroll,
they probably know each other as well. They go like, oh, that's Michael from the Crown.
Yeah,
He's a bit of a dick.
Yeah.
He never pays his rent.
Now, Bill on the crossroad, that's a man of his word.
Yeah,
He does a good job. Can
And
I
what's-
get into that transport vehicle, Lieutenant?
Look at its beautiful stickers.
Awful. Just awful. It is a stealth one, though.
Of course.
Of course.
These Thunderers are competition.
Well, that's a question, right? Because the Turn Republic believe in some stuff. By the way, Timo, why don't you have scopes of these? Jesus.
I'm a scrub. I'm
Yeah.
playing manly Thunder.
So we have a certain set of beliefs, right? And we conduct war in certain ways. But it seems that we sometimes use methods that are not really fitting the TR. You know, all this sneaking around, camouflaging, using invisible vehicles right here to infiltrate.
Shoot that faggot!
Yeah, I
Make him
am shooting
separates.
him for a while now. What do you say about that, Timo? Just park,
Well,
park, man, park. You'll be invisible. Park. Just
no,
stand still.
It needs to be perfect. I have OCD.
But people will charge you because they'll see it. The turret is not active yet, but it will be.
Okay, it is not longer turret.
Okay. So what do you say?
Doesn't every military have its like special forces?
Well,
Special forces.
yeah, but it seems like everybody's doing it. There's a lot of Terran infiltrators around. And
Yeah. Well, I think, by the way, isn't it that we've degenerated into such a state of war that it's no longer really a war; it's just all-out civil society clashing against each other.
well, yeah, and then the question
No
rises
longer really
again:
civil
why do we have? Why are you still civil, really? You know.
Because we isn't that the self-fulfilling prophecy? Because we think we are the civil ones.
I just had like a moment of silence here on the road, so I stood for a second. No sense of purpose. Sorry. You were saying? Myself. Yeah.
Oh, I kind of lost it. I think because
yeah, we lost it.
I'm so bad.
Now they're moving directly at it. Be aware.
What kind of guy?
Well, guy, no guy, just guys. They're moving directly toward it at the moment. Alan Le Cowboy. Is he a French cowboy? Because of the Le? I'm not sure. Are there French cowboys in PlanetSide?
French cowboys? I don't
Yes.
think French are allowed to be cowboys anyway.
Really?
That's
Is that racist?
I'm not sure, but isn't that a cultural offense to Americans?
I don't know. Really. I'm not sure, to be honest.
Just be cowboy!
Now that definitely was racist.
Sorry.
Well, I just threw a mag at the guy, but he's dead. Oh! Shit! Shotguns! Why? Shotguns, why? So, Timo, considering all of us are now here on this godforsaken...
On the best place on our axis, yeah?
Yeah, Araxis, let's call it that. Why? What did we do before all of this, do you think? Like, where are all these soldiers coming from? Were we all like butchers and, I don't know, what other
I think
stereotypical professions?
perhaps the General Republic just put all the old people into one thing and then sent them off.
Well, we've talked about that, right? We don't see any old people here.
True,
or pregnant women. That was in another episode.
I think all the women that were chosen for I don't want to sound lechy, but I would just, from a public management point of view, it would make sense that if you're going to send people on a colonizing mission, you have to make sure that all of them are capable to
Pregnant and old?
No, not pregnant and old, capable of reproduction, for fuck's sake. What kind of sick government would send old and pregnant people on a
pregnant old people, yeah?
Pregnant old people, that's
oh no, the lag is truly alive. So, this is all just talking theoretically, right? I don't want to get persecuted or anything. But, if you had to desert to a different faction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one would it be?
The Fadu.
Really?
Explain? I would marry one of their infiltrators.
No, I'm not talking about the American movie.
But I would try to make the American movie a real thing.
Okay.
I would settle down somewhere in the northern side of Indor, slightly outside of the no-go zone.
like the most uninhabitable place on Araxis, basically.
All right, maybe Amrish then. Amrish, maybe their eastern side. Just these waves.
Yeah, do you think East Amrish has nice condos nowadays?
Maybe I'd start a housing project for Vanu.
So, your plan is to defect to the Vanu, marry a Vanu wife, find a Vanu wife, and become a real estate agent for Vanu property on Amrish.
Yes.
Well, that sounds very grounded, much more than I would imagine, really, for you.
Maybe I've been secretly contemplating this all along, I would say.
Let's not talk about it any further. I'm pretty sure we have some intelligence agents tracking these keywords.
And what would you do?
Well, I always wanted to have cheaty weapons. So no, that's really opening up like a Reddit front here, right?
Yes, yeah. You would make many Redditors very happy if you would.
Well, I like the TR, but if I had to defect, you mean like the TR would have disassembled or something, and there were only 2 factions left on this Earth, I would definitely choose NC. I would rather rebel than, you know, join the cult. And yeah. Oh, we have some peeps.
Aren't you concerned? Would you feel bad in the mouth if you had to join them?
Well, I would, but I like the weaponry style, really. So I don't think it would affect me for long. I mean, I would love the tanks, to be honest. Vanguard is a great tank, which should be ours, really. Should be definitely ours.
Everything should be ours.
Well, yeah, but that's part of something else, right? That was a very interesting episode, I think. Very political.
A very interesting subject, really.
Yeah. Politics in our axis, or maybe more specifically, identity crisis. So it was nice playing with you again, Timo. And
so remember, people, like and subscribe.
You do that every time.
No, I promise I won't do it. What will we talk about next time? I mean, we haven't been to Hassan much because we both hate it. Perhaps we should show people how horrible it can be.
Maybe we're just too fancy for our own good. I mean...
What do you mean?
Yeah, well...
There's no such thing as too fancy.
Moving with your uniform through the swamp, is that what keeps you off Slauson?
Shit, I just lost my flash.
Okay, so next time we'll talk about swamp issues. And until then, I'll see you around.
See you around.